Let's go through as many paper 1 maths topics as we possibly can. This one's direct and inverse proportion. Drop down any topic requests and I'll try and get through them today. Now, starting with this question, it says P is directly proportional to the cube of Q. So I'm going to set up this equation. P is directly proportional to the cube of Q. So Q cubed. And this fish sign over here can be turned into P is equal to K. So remember, whenever we have this sign, it's the equivalent of equals K when we're setting up our equation, and the rest stays the same, so Q cubed. So I now know P is equal to KQ cubed, and we need to work out what K is. And we've been given these values, P is equal to 108, Q is equal to 3. We're going to substitute those values into this equation we've just set up to find the value of K, our constant for this question. So we can say that P, which is 108, is equal to K multiplied by Q cubed. So multiplied by 3 cubed. And now I can solve this for K. 108 is equal to 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27, K. Now I can solve for K by dividing both sides by 27 to remove this 27. Whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other. And I can now see that therefore, let's write it here, K is equal to 4. Now, I've got this K value. This K value is going to stay the same for this whole question. So I can say that P is equal to K, which is 4, Q cubed. Now let's actually solve for Q when P is equal to 500. So I can say that P, which is 500, is equal to, we're using this equation here, 4 multiplied by Q cubed. We don't know what Q is, so we're going to leave that as Q cubed. And now I'm going to solve. So divide both sides by 4. That gets rid of this 4. 500 divided by 4 is 125, is equal to Q cubed. And then cube root both sides to get just Q on its own. And that tells me that Q is therefore the cube root of 125, which is 5. And that would be my answer here. Here's a similar one, but this time it says P is inversely proportional to the cube of Q. So let's deal with this in the same way, but let's remember that this one has inverse proportion involved. So we've got P is inversely proportional to the cube of Q. Whenever we see inversely proportional, we do the proportion sign and then 1 over. Okay, so P is inversely proportional to the cube of Q, so Q cubed. Okay, then we deal with this fish sign, this proportion sign, in the same exact way as before. So P is equal to K multiplied by 1 over Q cubed, which is the same as P is equal to K over Q cubed. Okay, and this will stay pretty much the same for all inverse proportion questions. The next step of this question is to use these values that we've been given, 40 and 0.5, to work out the value of our constant K, just like in the earlier question. So let's do that. Let's substitute those in. So P is 40. 40 is equal to K, which is our constant that we're working out, divided by Q cubed. Q is 0.5. So divided by 0.5 cubed. We can solve this now. The numbers might be a little bit easier in the real exam for paper 1, but let's do it anyway. 40 is equal to K. It's not too bad actually. Over 0.5 cubed is 0.125. And to solve for K, I need to multiply both sides by this 0.125. Okay, it was K divided by 0.125. If I want to get rid of it, I do the opposite of dividing, which is multiplying. And what I do to one side, I must do to the other. So now I can say that therefore K is 40 times 0.125. 0.125, you might know this, is an eighth. An eighth of 40 is just 5. So K is equal to 5. I can substitute this 5 into this equation that I've created. so that I can use it for my final part of this question. So I can say that P is equal to 5 over Q cubed. And now I can use this equation to work out the value of P when Q is 2. So let's do that. P will be equal to 5 over Q cubed, and Q is 2, so 2 cubed. And I can solve this. P is equal to 5 over 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So P is equal to 5/8. And that would be my answer here.